Welcome everyone to the Late Night Horror Show. My name is Desmond and tune in every Sunday at 11 p.m. Indian Standard Time for some creepy horror stories around the world. All the stories narrated on this show are only for entertainment and I don't promote blind faith or superstition. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Now, let's begin the show.
Hello, and welcome once again to another late night horror show. Sorry, guys, I started the stream and then there was some issue. I really don't know what was that, and I had to shut it down and I had to restart it again. So, really sorry, and welcome once again. My name is Desmond, and in tonight's show, we are going to listen to some creepy stories. So, all you need to do is sit back, relax, plug in your headphones and just enjoy the show. Okay, so for tonight's first story, I have a story which was written by me. To be honest, it is written by me and it is narrated by me. The title of the story is Zomato Horror Story. Yes, please listen to the story and let me know how did you enjoy. But before we go ahead and before we play the first story, I have a question for all of you. It is a riddle, it is a quiz for everyone whoever is listening to the late night show. Of lately, Ajay Devgan came up with a horror movie, and everyone knows that is Shaitan. Yes, Ajay Devgan's new movie, a psychological horror movie called as Shaitan. But does anyone know which was Ajay Devgan's first horror movie? If you know it, then let me know in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube, or else I will tell the answer towards the end of the story. So, without wasting any time, let's begin with our first story for tonight, that is Zomato Horror Story. So, here we go. You are listening to a story that was submitted on a website called yourghoststories.com. Do check it out for some amazing ghost stories. Hi, this is my first time submitting my personal story as I'm too shy to share it with anyone and have not even shared it with my family members. This is a true incident that I witnessed and I hope you guys will understand what I went through. So here is my story. I came to Mumbai in 2019 from Kanpur in search of a job, and quickly, with my friend's recommendation, I received a job offer at a very well known marketing company. In the beginning, I stayed with my friend for a couple of months. However, I needed to find an apartment so that I can have my own space. After a few weeks of searching on the internet, I found a rented apartment close to my office, which was located in Andheri East. Quickly, I moved in and had my own space. I was happy, but my happiness did not last long. I still remember it was the 4th of December 2019 and I came back home around 10:30 p.m. after a long day at work. I just wanted to rest, so I decided to order my meal from Zomato, and that's when things went the wrong way. On the app, it showed 25 minutes for the food to be delivered. So I decided to have a quick shower and wait for my dinner. Meanwhile, I was preparing for my shower, I get a phone call from my mother. I got so engrossed talking to her that I did not realize that we spoke for almost an hour and my food hasn't been delivered. So I ended my call with my mother and decided to call the delivery guy. Even after calling him several times, he did not answer. I was pissed now and I decided to call the restaurant. After inquiring with them, they informed me that the delivery guy left quite some time and they would check on him and call me back. I was so pissed that I was going to give bad reviews and even complain to the Zomato team. Meanwhile, I was typing the review, the doorbell rang, and I was all ready to fight. But the minute I opened the door, I was shocked and confused at the same time. I could see the delivery guy standing outside my door, but he was bleeding from his head. My anger soon turned into concern, and I asked him if he was fine and needed some medical help. But he did not reply to my question. He just said, "I'm sorry for being late," and he moved his hand towards me to give my food. But it was strange that he did not have the food package with him. He got confused and said he must have left the food package on his bike, and he said he will come back in a minute. While all this happened, I got a call from the restaurant manager, and he said,
We are sorry to inform you, but our delivery boy has met with an accident and died on the spot.
After hearing this, I could not believe what happened to me. I was shocked and confused. I even went down to check if the delivery guy was there, but I could not find anyone. I even checked with my building watchman, and he said he did not see any delivery guy. I did not tell this to anyone, but I know I felt and witnessed something supernatural which cannot be explained. I hope you can feel what I felt, but I'm still scared to share this story with anyone because I feel no one will believe me.
And that was a story. It's a meta horror story. So let me know in the comments, guys, how did you like the story? Yes, it was written by me, but I had to create a situation where that I got it from the website and created a lot of background music. So what I do is I pre-record all the stories and then I play it on the late night horror show. So you guys can just relax and enjoy. I'll not waste a lot of time. I will be playing the next story as well. So the late night horror show is all about only stories and stories and stories. No unwanted conversations. Yes, I do have another horror live, which is on Tuesdays, where I have a couple of guests who come and then we talk and we debate something about the paranormal, something about the dark world. So if you would like to listen to our conversations and if you would like to be a part of that conversation, then Tuesday on my YouTube channel, I do a horror live around the same time, around 11 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So I'll go ahead with the next story. The next story is again from a website called as yourghoststories.com. So people who like to read a lot of ghost stories, go check this website out. It's called as yourghoststories.com. People from around the world, they come and submit their stories and you will get to see categories: India, Qatar, Saudi, all different countries. So yeah, so let's go ahead with the next story, which is the Umbrella Man Shimla horror story. So before I play the story, I had asked you guys a question at the beginning of the live stream. Which was Ajay Devgan's first horror movie? If you go and read the chat, Tatya Bichu, he has given the right answer, but I will not reveal it now. But I will reveal it till towards the end of the stream. So without wasting any time, let's listen to another story which is called as the Umbrella Man Shimla horror story. So here we go.
It was a holiday in school, and a friend and I had planned to chill at the Mall Road and have some snacks. However, by the time we reached Mall Road, it was already 7 pm. We had coffee, enjoyed clicking pictures, and had amazing momos at a restaurant on the bridge. Around 9 pm, we started walking back to our respective homes. I had barely walked a few hundred meters when it started drizzling. I was at a section of a very quiet road with no shops, but some of the street lights were still on. As I walked further, I saw a man with an umbrella walking a few feet ahead of me. I thought it would be a good idea to ask if he would allow me to join him if he was going in the same direction. I walked faster, but it seemed that I wasn't fast enough. So I started jogging, but I still could not catch him. "Hello!" I shouted loudly and the man turned around. His age must have been somewhere in the late 60s, but what surprised me was that the fact, despite having an umbrella, he was completely drenched. He started walking again, and this time I walked slowly. Perhaps I did not want to be near him anymore. He slowed down too. I walked even more slowly, and so did he. Finally, I stopped. I could feel the fear suffocating my thoughts. Just when I thought that I may not live long enough to share this experience, I heard a siren and a police vehicle stops behind me. They asked me what I was doing here alone. When I told them the story, they said I was alone. There was no one there with an umbrella and I should stop sleepwalking.
And that was another short story, The Umbrella Man Shimla Horror Stories. So, whoever has just joined in, we have already covered two stories. The first story was the Matter Horror Story, and the second one was The Umbrella Man Shimla Horror Story. I will go ahead with the next story, but if anyone would like to join the stream, if anyone is watching this on YouTube, and if anyone would like to join the stream and share a story, I am more than welcome to get them. Just comment below and let me know, yes, I am ready to come. I will send the link. If not, then I have two more stories to play. So we will go ahead with the next story. Now, these two stories which I had narrated, the first two stories were from India. Now let's go to the Middle East region. There are a couple of stories in the Middle East as well, and the most famous Middle East place is UAE. And there is a story which I had narrated, you can say 2 years before on my channel, and I thought, why not play this story again for people who have just joined in, for people who have just come to the SYWK family. So I will be playing that. But before I go ahead, whoever's watching this on YouTube, please don't forget to like this stream. And if you're new, then don't forget to subscribe, share this with your friends and family. Every Sunday, it's a late night horror show. So you guys just need to sit, relax, and just listen to some creepy stories. Before I go ahead and I play the next story, Aviral had answered the question which I had asked, but Aviral, you're wrong. I will repeat the question again. Which is Ajay Devgan's first ever horror movie? If you see in the chats, Tatya Bichu has already answered, but I will not give the right answer because a lot of people will be listening to this on the audio platforms as well. So I will give the answer towards the end of the show. Till then, now you listen to the next story, which is the haunted UAE story. Here we go.
My name is Naveen, and I would like to share my personal paranormal experience in the apartment where I stayed with my wife and 2-year-old son in Sharjah. This is not just a story, but a real experience that haunts us to date. It was in the year 2011 that we moved into the apartment, and on the very first night, my wife woke up from her sleep at around 2 a.m. saying that she saw someone standing near the bedroom door. I denied and said that this might happen in any new place. After this incident, 1 or 2 such incidents kept happening, and whenever my wife said something about this, I used to either make fun of her or try to convince her by saying that these are all your imaginations. She often told me incidents like lights getting switched off, TV channels automatically getting changed. Kind of though I believed in paranormal presence, but I did not want to show that as she might get more scared. It was during that time my kid started walking, and it was during that same period when I got scared and understood what was going on in my house. Since he's our only son, he used to play alone with his toys, But only then did we slowly realize and noticed that he was not playing all alone. We could see him playing and showing his toys as if there was another person with him. Also, we noticed that our son often played at one particular place, and that place was where my wife claimed she saw someone standing on the very first night of us moving into this apartment. I felt a shiver run down my spine. On that same evening, around 8 pm, my son was there in the bedroom playing with his toys. We remember that we had switched on the light and we got busy doing some work. After a while, when my wife went to check on him, she was stunned to see the lights were off. My son, who seemed like playing with someone until that time, suddenly stopped and gave a creepy smile looking at my wife. On hearing my wife scream, I immediately rushed to the place and took my son out of the bedroom. We immediately came out of the apartment and went to a nearby mosque to seek some help from the priest. He told us that there is a ghostly presence in the apartment and that we should not stay there any longer. He also said that sometime the ghostly figure looks like me and sometime like my wife. And that's the reason my son was not scared at all.
Whoa, that was another creepy story from UAE. Please keep commenting below. Please let me know how you enjoy the story. To be very honest, um, it's been 2 3 days. Actually, there is something very important which I wanted to speak to you guys. Uh, it's been now almost 4 years. In June, I will complete that. I've started my YouTube podcasting journey, and I get views. People do listen to me. People do listen to me on the audio platforms as well, but I am not getting a proper feedback. I'm not getting interaction from you guys. So you need to let me know, what can I do? Should I improve something? Should I remove some segments from my channel? I really need to have feedback from you guys. Aviril, I spoke to Aviril 2 or 3 weeks before, and he really gave me some good suggestions. So thank you, Aviril. But I need a lot of you guys, whoever listens to me. I get good amount of viewership on YouTube, good amount of downloads on my audio platforms, but no response. So please, if you are listening till here and if you want to help me, please don't forget to give me feedback. Subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, then please subscribe. If you're listening to this on any of the audio platforms, follow me, share it with your friends and family. I really need to grow the SYWK family, and when we do lives, a lot of people should join in so that we can discuss more. If there are a lot of people, it's more fun to discuss and interact with everyone. So this is my only request. So we will go ahead with the next story. Now the next story is not from me. Now you know that I do the horror live every Tuesday, where I have a co-host, and my co-host is Swati Rao, but she also has her own podcast channel. Her podcast channel name is Desi Horror Podcast. She's available on Spotify. You can check her Instagram account as well. All the details of Swati is there in my description, in my YouTube description. So please check her out as well. And she did an episode on a haunted bungalow somewhere in Kerala. Okay, even I have not heard it, so even I'll be hearing for the first time. So I'll be playing the story, and then after that we will be discussing about this specific topic. So without wasting any time, I will be playing her story now. Okay, here we go.
Today's story is about a dark, creepy tale that exists deep in the backwaters of Kerala. There's a region called Bonaccord. Bonaccord is very close to Thiruvananthapuram which is the capital. It's around 40 kilometers from there. As we travel to Bonaccord, which is a fairly, let's just say, not a city, neither is it a town, it's in between a village and a town in Kerala. So, as we travel to this region, Bonaccord, we find out more about this place. Now, the English people or the British arrived a century and a half ago in Bonaccord and started a tea cultivation in the area. They planted tea leaves in a 2,500-acre forest. Of course, the locals became the workers. Now, this bungalow was built in 1951 for an English estate manager to stay along with his family. Later, with time, the plantation and the tea factory were locked down because of labor strikes. With that, the estate and the leases began to be rendered useless. So, of course, everything was shut down eventually, and today, this bungalow is abandoned. Now, what is so creepy behind a bungalow which is abandoned, considering that there are several like that all across the country? Now, the tale behind it is what is going to creep us out. Like any other deserted place, there are many horror stories about the Bonaccord bungalow. Like I said, it was owned by an English estate manager whose family lived there. So it was not long after the move, his 13-year-old daughter was killed in mysterious circumstances. And that is why the family was forced to go back to London. But the story goes that many who lived there later saw the little girl at the window. Many say that she still wanders around. Her soul wanders around the bungalow. There's also another story that says a local girl who came near the bungalow to collect firewood saw this ghost. The girl, who didn't know how to read or write, immediately began speaking fluent English after she came back from the bungalow, which is why the rumor spread across the village that the bungalow was haunted. Many Ghostbusters, of course, have tried to attempt setting up camp here and capturing any kind of supernatural activity, which of course they couldn't till date. But the locals swear by the rumors they hear being true. The bungalow itself is a sight to behold. Though it is falling apart, it still looks majestic when you look up the pictures online. And of course, going there in person makes the biggest difference. So, what's stopping you from going and looking at this beautiful bungalow and spending the night there? You just never know what you can find.
And that was the episode from Swati Rao. So please, whoever is listening till here, you need to go and follow Swati Rao as well, because she is also an amazing, amazing podcaster who covers the paranormal, and she's my co-host as well. So we are come towards the end of the stream. Okay, but there are a couple of updates which I have to give you. And before that, let's talk about the story what Swati just narrated. What do you guys feel? Do you feel that the bungalow is haunted because of that specific girl, or this is just rumors? I really need to have a lot of discussion, because this is really surprising. A lot of people listen to me, but then there is no interaction. I really need a lot of interaction from you guys. You need to comment, you need to show me your love, because how will I know that whatever I'm doing is working or not working? Because I get so much of download, so much of views, but there is no interaction. So it's really disheartening. I'm really sorry to say, but I really don't get that motivation to do it, because I don't get any interaction from you guys. So please, if you love what I do, then please feel free to interact and comment below. So yeah, if anyone is listening to this on any of the audio platforms, then DM me on Instagram and let me know uh, about specifically about Swati's episode. What do you feel? And if anyone is from Kerala and can verify the story, then please get in touch with me. I really love to know more about this. Now, moving ahead, we are anyways coming. We are not coming. We are come towards the end of the stream. I had asked you guys a question towards the start of the show, which was Ajay Devgan's first horror movie. We all know that Ajay Devgan just this week came out with a new and amazing horror movie called as Shaitan. And if you haven't watched it, then please go and watch it. It is all about Vashikaran, it's all about black magic, and two amazing actors, Ajay Devgan and R. Madhavan, amazingly written, amazingly directed, and amazingly acted. So it is a very fresh movie. It's not like the typical Bollywood horror movie with unwanted makeups and unwanted jump scares. To be honest, there is not even one jump scare in this movie, but the story, the feel itself will creep you out so much that you will uh, try. I can't explain, but this is a different kind of a psychological horror movie kind of. So if you haven't watched it, then please go watch it. The movie's name is Shaitan. Anyways, this was Ajay Devgan's latest horror movie. But coming back to the question which I had asked you, which is Ajay Devgan's first horror movie? So I'll reveal the answer. Actually, Aviral had already revealed the answer towards the start of the show. Uh, the answer is Bhoot. Yes, which was directed by Ram Gopal Verma, and Urmila Matondkar is the actress in this movie. And to be honest, if you haven't watched this movie, then please go and watch it. This was released somewhere in early 2000, I think so, 2005 or 2006. I can't recollect. But this is a movie which you need to watch. Forget Ajay Devgan. It is Urmila whose acting is brilliant, and this movie is very raw. Once you see it, you will understand. Yeah, Tatya Bichu said 203. What am I saying? Tatya Bichu said 2003. Yes, in 2003 released. So yes, anyways, we are come towards the end of the late night show. This format is no unwanted conversations. I do not get anyone on the stream, no co-host, no one. It's just stories and stories and stories played. Now if you guys also want your stories to be featured on this show, either you can send me an email. uh, I will narrate it in my way and then I will upload it, or else if you want, just record it and send it to me. You can just reach me on my Instagram account, and then I'll tell you how to send it. Maybe I'll give you my WhatsApp number as well. So please, whatever you feel like you can do after the stream, but on the stream, if you're still watching and if you haven't liked it, please, now is the time to like the stream, share it with at least one person, and if you haven't subscribed, then please subscribe. So thank you everyone for joining in. Thank you Aviral, and thank you Tatya Bichu for joining in. But Tuesday is the live stream which I'm going to do, where we are going to have my co-host Swati Rao. Then we are going to have Aviral as well. He is going to be the moderator. He's going to be at the back end, and it's going to be a fun conversation. So thank you so much for tonight's uh, live stream, late night show, whatever you can call it. But thank you so much, and happy week ahead to all of you. Thank you and good night. Leaving us wanting for more. I wish Tatya Bichu, but this is the format of the show. But if you have any stories, if you want to join in and if you want to share, then I can wait for another 5 minutes. I can give it another 5 minutes if you want. Let me know in the comments. If you cannot, then Tuesday is the day where I will be having more conversation based style uh, live stream. So, are you coming, Tatya Bichu, or anyone, whoever is watching? I'm not even sure how many people are watching. Anyone, whoever is watching, then if you want to come, then let me know. जल्दी 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 बोलो, अगर आने का है कि नहीं आने का है, जल्दी बोलो. Okay, Tatya Bichu said Tuesday I'll be there. But Tuesday, don't be on the chats. You have to come on the stream and share a story. Please, come on. So, no problem, Tatya Bichu. It's okay. This live, the late night horror show, the format is only this way, that I do not talk. It's only stories and stories and stories which have been, which play. So yeah, thank you so much and good night, everyone. I will see you in my next live stream. Ciao.